Hello, I am Adrian and I'm going to be showing you how GRC-Maestro helps Maltese banks with their anti-money laundering and with their sanctions compliance. The MFSA and FIAU have to implement and enforce compliance requirements set internationally by the FATF Moneyval regarding the prevention of money laundering, as well as numerous EU directives, including the AMLD, MiFID, MiFIR, UCITS Directive, AFM Directive, etc. The platform produces assessment reports, rule checking, and also record keeping. I'd like to start by giving you an overview of the GRC-Maestro platform. We have a range of assessments. Some of these have been built by our partners, Baker Regulatory Services, covering anti-money laundering as well as sanctions. It's also possible for clients to build their own customized assessments. Clients can also build rule checks as well as record keeping on the platform. So what the GRC-Maestro platform actually does is it launches questionnaires, it manages the questionnaires, and then it flags up issues for investigation. And finally, of course, we can generate reports. Focusing in on the Baker regulatory assessments, these include risk scoring, statistical analysis, and best practices. Clients can also add their own customized assessments covering regulatory and statutory rules, industry guidelines and best practices, as well as internal policies and procedures. We are also adding a range of additional assessments covering topics such as cybersecurity, outsourcing and offshoring, data protection, anti-bribery and corruption, tax compliance, ESG, amongst others. GRC-Maestro can help firms identify potential issues. In this example, a rule has been built into the question. The answer to the question has generated an issue for investigation and resolution, and a compliance manager has been emailed a notification. GRC-Maestro also helps firms with their record-keeping requirements. In this instance, the answer to one question has triggered additional questions, including the requirement to attach a file. We also have input validation. Questionnaires can be launched based on a predefined schedule. They can also be launched manually on demand or based on events in other systems. The Maestro questionnaires are fully dynamic, so when a respondent answers a single question, that can open up a whole section of questions or additional individual questions. And we also have input validation. If an answer to a question fails a rule check, then an issue is created. The compliance manager can then do an investigation and classify the issue as a pass or a fail, including the reason. It's also possible to add tasks to each issue, and again, these tasks have to be closed before the issue can be resolved. From my perspective, the ability to create charts and graphs relating to compliance data is one of the most useful outputs from GRC-Maestro. Now, the questions in GRC-Maestro can have scores associated with them, and the data then can be exported to tools like Microsoft Power BI, Qlik and Tableau, which allow firms really to model their own reports. If you'd like to hear more about the GRC-Maestro platform and our assessments, do talk to us. You can talk to Barry Fordemeyer, the CEO of Baker Regulatory, or me, Adrian Pay at Dynamic GRC. And thanks very much for watching.